Welcome back to Weekend Express. It's now 12 minutes to 10, and joining me on set is Fatia Mohammed to just look at some of the stories that are making headlines internationally. So good morning, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Michael. Thank you.
All right, now let's go straight to Uganda's Communications Authority has warned radio and TV stations against broadcasting live content that promotes a culture of violence amongst the public. It said it would take action against anyone violating broadcasting guidelines by suspending or revoking broadcast licenses. The order comes after media broadcast chaotic scenes in Parliament on Tuesday when fighting broke out amongst members of Parliament as they prepared to debate the contentious removal of the presidential age limit, a proposed constitutional change by the ruling NRM party that would scrap the upper limit of 75. Analysts say that the lawmakers are pushing to remove the barrier that would prevent President Yoweri Museveni, who is age 73, from returning to office. And I'm sure you probably have seen those clips doing rounds on social media. And well, right now we want to discuss that. And Fatia, this obviously took a very, what did I call it? It was humorous to those who are watching, but of course it's not very humorous to Ugandans.
Yes, very serious issue indeed. President Museveni, you know, he was in the military before he joined, became the president.
Correct.
Yeah. So he's been ruling for a number of years. Yeah.
Actually, I think it's more than 30 years.
Yeah, more than 30 years, and he's 73 right now. But what the constitution in Uganda says, when you reach the age of 75, you cannot be the president. So what he's trying to do is remove the ruling that you cannot be the president, like unlimited reforms, basically. So now in Uganda, that is what was happening. The members of parliament were basically protesting this particular issue. Now, this is an issue that has been happening in a lot of African countries, and it's not only Uganda. You even see Zimbabwe, the President Robert Mugabe, he doesn't want to come out of power, really. So this has also been happening in a number of countries. Now, if we look at countries with unlimited terms, you have a country like Chad. Chad has been the president of Chad is Idris Deby from 1991. So they changed the constitutional reform in 2005 where there is no unlimited term, basically, but it was a 5-year term. There's also Cameroon, which has an unlimited term of 7 years since 2009, the president being Paul Biya from 1982. This also goes to Gambia, where we saw just last year, December, where Adama Barrow won. Right. Yahya Jammeh was the president for 22 years.
Wow.
Yeah, very
well,
interesting.
Kenya also had its fair share. We had President Moi stay in office for quite a number of years.
For 24 years,
actually. For 24 years. So in terms of democracy, it looks like Kenya might not be doing too badly compared to those. However, compared to what democracy is, we still have a long way to go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. At least for Kenya, we have just 2 terms. President takes 2 terms, and then another president comes in.
And then another, All right, so that's basically what's happening in Uganda. But let's also take a look at a different country where the Central African President Faustin Archange Touadera said that he was speaking of genocide in the Central African Republic, a term used by UN Under-Secretary General for Humanitarian Affairs at the end of August is going too far. Well, basically, what is that all about?
All right, so Central African Republic is one of the world's poorest nations. So this clash actually started in 2013 between Muslims and Christians. They have armed groups known as the Anti-Balaka, which is the Christians majorly, and then there's the Seleka, which is for Muslims. So they've been fighting for a very long time. So basically there's a trend of ethnic cleansing in the Central African Republic. So the president, who was just sworn in last year, he's called Faustin Archange Touadéra, is condemning this genocide acts and just saying that people should come together and stop this, because this is one of the poorest countries in Africa. Yeah, very. All
right, and I also noticed that I believe it was Chad that was put on the American list for those countries that are not allowed to get into the United States, which of course they did not take very kindly.
Yes.
And moving on to other stories, we also have a story on Mumbai. So what is going on in Mumbai?
Now, in Mumbai, what just happened yesterday, there was a stampede at a train station, basically, where 22 people died. Something interesting about India is that the population is very big. It's huge. The number
of the biggest populations in the world.
Exactly. And also the poverty rate is quite high. So a lot of people were running, and 22 people were killed in this stampede. A number of people were also injured. This caused a lot of uproar in the country, and a lot of leaders actually spoke about it, like the president saying they will take stock of the situation and ensure all assistance has been accorded to the people who have been affected with this particular issue. Yeah, so that's what's been happening in Mumbai, India.
All right, and well, thank you very much. It's now 5 minutes to 10, and we will wind it up right there, but that's what's been happening around the world, and that's where we close the curtain of Weekend Express this morning. Thank you, Fatia, for joining us this morning and giving us an update on what's happening internationally. And well, we take this opportunity to say goodbye and wish you all a wonderful day. I'll see you later as we give you news updates. But for Weekend Express, have yourselves a good day.